Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, Raid Shadow Legends video here, and we have a huge Shard weekend coming up. Plus, we also got news that the next Clan versus Clan tournament that will start on Tuesday will have personal rewards. Now, the last one that we got 2 weeks ago did already have personal rewards. I think this is the first time that we will get back-to-back clan versus clan tournaments with personal rewards. And to all of those free to play players or low spenders watching out there who only go hard in clan versus clan during personal rewards, like myself, it's going to be tough. I always go for the 400,000 milestone, which is the last one, which gives you one sacred shard and two void shards for clan versus clan tournament in the highest tier for personal rewards. That's 400,000 points. Um, and yeah, we will get that again this clan versus clan tournament, and I'm not 100% sure that I can make that threshold again as a free to play player, but we will see. We will do our best. As a free to play player, we always try to get as many of these free rewards, as much as we can, especially if they're a sacred shard, void shards, because of course, other than clan boss or maybe Doom Tower, we don't really have other ways to get these shards. So yeah, I will try my best to get 400,000. But it will be very difficult given that we are getting personal reward clan versus clan back to back. All right. So for the shard event this weekend, yeah, we will of course get this summon rush as usual that coincides with a times 10. Yes, we will have a times 10 shard event this weekend, but we will also have a guaranteed champion event. Now, speaking of champions and summoning, you might be done or almost done with your Nary the Lucky fragments. Do not pull him yet. Do not summon him yet. But also do not summon him during the summon rush. That will not get you points. That's only applicable for champion chase tournaments, not summon rush. But you can actually keep him for the clan versus clan tournament with personal rewards, because that is worth a lot of points, especially if he's a new legendary for you. You will get a lot of clan versus clan points that will help you get that personal reward milestone that you're aiming for. So yes, that's probably what I will do for Nary the Lucky this clan versus clan. So I won't pull him yet. I'm still missing five more fragments, or yeah, five more fragments that I will get from the final event, which is the artifact enhancement, and then I will save him for clan versus clan with personal rewards. All right, so let's go to the times 10 event this weekend. We have I think the theme is decreased speed, so all of these champions have decreased speed. First one is a new champion that I actually don't have yet. He's from the Banner Lords. Sir Artemage looks cool. Can be a decent arena champion for early game, maybe bronze, maybe silver. But towards when you're getting into gold, you're probably going to have to replace him. He's great for arena mainly because of this A2 removes all debuffs from this champion, then attacks all enemies. So if you're facing a team that went before you, he can remove all debuffs from him, like a decreased attack, decreased speed, decreased defense, and does this AoE attack. And also has a single target A3 that ignores 30% of the target's defense and places increased attack and increased crit damage on this champion for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy, and these buffs cannot be removed. And has a double hitter, decreased defense and decreased speed on his A1. This is actually pretty good, especially for Fire Knight. The Fire Knight is susceptible to both of these debuffs and will be very useful for that boss fight. Also has a speed aura for arena, but again, yes, he's not really the best champion for arena, but he can be useful, especially with this A2, and then this A1 particularly useful for boss fights such as the Fire Knight. Right, so that's the first one, Sir Artemage. Next one is from the same faction, which is of course a lot better than Sir Artemage, and this is Stag Knight. One of the best epics in the game. His kit is very simple: double hitter, decreased speed on his A1, AoE, decreased defense, and decreased attack on his A2. That's it. But these three debuffs are some of the best in the entire game, and he places decreased defense and decreased attack as an AoE hit, and then decreased speed on a single target hit. That's it. That's really all you need to have a top tier epic in this game. He has this nice passive. I don't really care for this passive, places increased accuracy on an ally for 1 turn each time the ally has a debuff resisted by an enemy. This will not help the actual skill that got resisted. So for example, if you use your A2 that lands a decreased speed, and the decreased speed did not land, it got resisted, he will place increased accuracy on that champion for 1 turn. But of course, that A2 with a decreased speed is already on cooldown. So it's not going to benefit that actual skill. Maybe it will benefit the A1 or the A3 or whatever skill that the champion will do next on that next turn. But yeah, I don't really care about this passive, but the A1 and A2 is enough to make him a top tier epic in this game. All right, next let's go to the Dark Elves. This is a champion that I don't have, and as you can see, I don't have a single one. More than 2 years of playing this game as free to play, not a single void epic in the Dark Elves. Just shows you how difficult it is to get void epics in this game as a free to play player. But yeah, next one is Sylar. I don't have her. Would really love to have her. She does have an AoE decreased speed on her A3 and a decreased turn meter by 40%. This is great. This is a very good skill. You don't really see a lot of decreased turn meter by 40% on an epic, on an AoE hit. Also places decreased speed, so a very good control A3 right there, and an AoE decreased accuracy on her A2 and an AoE on her A1. So AoE every single one of them. The A3 does not hit though. It is not an attack. The A1 and A2 are attacks, so you can put her in a stun set. And her A1 and A2 will benefit from that, along with, she places decreased speed, decreased accuracy, and she can place stun on her A1 if you put her in stun set. Yeah, very useful champion, plus this nice faction creep aura by 22% for speed. Yeah, would really love to have her. Probably will not pull though this weekend, because yeah, we don't have a lot of shards, and we're going to save those for a ×2 event, not a ×10 event. But still, if you have some extra shards lying around, if you're a spender in this game, you might want to try out for some of these quality champions. And we don't get this a lot, but this time we're having 2 void epics. The second void epic is Tuhak. Now this guy, there's some weird things about his kit. He's okay. He's not terrible, but he's not excellent either, in my opinion. His kit is really all about his skills get an extra something if this champion has less than 50% HP when attacking. Now he's an attack champion. He does have 16k HP, 870 defense, not a lot, so it's going to be quite squishy. Of course, you don't want him to die, but you want him to be somewhere between that below 50% HP, which is kind of risky. So not really a big fan of that feature of this champion. But yeah, his A1 is a double hitter. Each hit has a chance to increase the cooldown of one of the target skill by 1 turn at random. But this will become for all of the target skill if this champion has less than 50% HP when attacking. Not that useful of an A1 in my opinion, even though it looks like a warlord skill. It's just a 1 turn. Increase the cooldown of all target skill by 1 turn. But getting this champion to 50% HP is kind of difficult. So most of the time, you're just going to get this top part of that skill. Next is his A2. AoE, 100% chance when book of placing decreased speed. Now this is good. Also places increased speed on this champion for 2 turns and heals this champion by 15% of damage inflicted if he has less than 50% HP when attacking. It's nice if he's on low HP. This will heal him right back up. But even without that second part, AoE decreased speed and increased speed on himself is quite good for an epic. A3, single target, steals 50% of the target's current turn meter, and 100% chance when book of placing a stun for 2 turns. That's very rare of getting a stun, although it's just a single target, but still a 2-turn stun will really incapacitate that champion for two turns, which is actually a lot, especially if we're talking about arena. And also steals 50% of that target's turn meter, which of course will provide more crowd control for you. But will steal 100% of target turn meter if this champion has less than 50% HP when attacking. His A2 and A3 are actually quite good. But we have some other better epics in this game. let's say for arena, because this looks like an arena skill. This looks like an arena skill as well. But yeah, if you do happen to pull him early in the game in your account, then yes, you can use him. He can be quite useful. Also decreases has this passive that decreases the damage taken by this champion by 20% when their HP drops below 60. So that will help him stay alive. Except when you're just being hit with one huge nuke by the enemy, especially if you got a decreased defense or a weakened placed on you. He might not even get to low HP. He might get to 0 HP, which is why it's very, very risky. But yeah, cool champ, cool looking champ with a nice kit, but really just very risky to use. So those are the 4 epics. Now let's go to the legendaries. All 4 of these legendaries I don't have on this account, so I would really love to get my hands on one of these or all of them, but again, I probably will not pull during this time stand event. But yeah, Netheril, what's weird about his kit is that his A1 is all about clan boss. His A2 and A3 are all about arena. He does well in both. So of course, if you're using him in clan boss, you don't want him to use his A2 and A3, just A1 the whole time. It's a triple hitter. Of course, you're gonna put him in Giant Slayer Mastery. He places a poison on his A1. Has a 30% chance of placing 5% poison for two turns. Pretty decent A1 for clan boss. Not for late game though, but for early to mid game clan boss, he will do well. And then his A2 is mainly an arena skill. AoE, 75% chance of placing a stun on everyone for 1 turn. Places a decreased speed for 2 turns if the target is not under a stun. So just in case the 75%, there's a 25% chance of that stun not landing. He will place decreased speed instead. So either way, you're going to have some form of crowd control for the enemy. And his A3, AoE decreased turn meter by 75%. So these 2 AoE skills right here are really great for arena. Definitely will help you progress if you happen to pull them early. So getting through bronze, through silver. When you get to gold though, gold arena, maybe in early gold, gold 1, gold 2, but I don't really see him being used in higher gold tier arena. But yeah, not a useless champion, but not top tier either. Next one is Shadowkin, Ladykimmy. This one I do see in high-end arena teams, and I don't have her. She's crazy fast, 115 speed. She also has a speed aura in Doom Tower by 30%. If that's if the 115 speed isn't enough, she has this unique skill set that she places increased accuracy and increased speed on everyone on her A3, and then does the reverse on her A2, places decreased accuracy and decreased speed on the enemy on her A2 AoE. So very unique here. Will make you faster and then will make the enemy slower, will make your enemy not land their debuffs, and will make you land yours. So yeah, quite cool there. And she has a unique A1, attacks the enemy with the highest turn meter, will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target also has the highest turn meter, and the second hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. But yeah, really the best part of her skit is her A2 and her A3. And when her passive, whenever this champion places a debuff on an enemy, decreases the enemy's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed. Now we know that decreasing turn meter is a very great skill to have in the arena, which is why we do see her in high-end arena teams. Yeah, really cool champ. Would really love to have her, but again, probably will not pull shards this weekend. Next one is from the Skinwalker. Also a relatively new addition. Really cool art here with that flaming axe. She's useful again in arena, useful for spider. She has this nice A2 right here. AoE 100% chance of landing HP burn for 3 turns, which is quite cool on a 3-turn cooldown. And depending on the turn meter of the enemy, will either land a stun or a decreased speed. Either way, you'll get a crowd control skill. And her A3 attacks 1 enemy. Damage increases by 40% for each active HP burn in the battle up to 400%. So this is 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. up to a maximum of 10 enemies with HP burns. Of course, that's possible in the spider boss, and has a 100% chance when book of decreasing turn meter by 15%, decreases the target turn meter by an additional 15% for each active HP burn debuff in the battle. If you have a few of the spiderlings with HP burn, then this can decrease the turn meter by potentially 100%. So a very useful A2 and A3 for spider. Also can be useful for arena, right? You have HP burn, which is not bad for arena, but you also have either the stun or the decreased speed, and then this huge nuke A3 right here. And she places decreased defense on her A1, becomes 100% chance if the target is under HP burn. And whenever an ally receives a freeze, such as in the arena if you're facing against a Tormin, has a 50% chance of replacing it with an HP burn for 2 turns instead. This cannot be blocked or removed. I would rather have an HP burn on my champions than a freeze, right? And whenever an ally or an enemy is under HP burn, this champion is immune to all of the crowd control debuffs. Yeah, excellent. So she can be useful in Spider, she can be useful in Arena. Really cool looking champion. Void legendary, so very difficult to get, right? Yeah, last one is from the Barbarians, and we also see this woman, big woman right here, big mama in Arena, high-end Arena. I don't have her. She's great for defensive teams, for slow teams, HP-based legendary champions. Huge HP aura, 33% in all battles. And this is why she's great in the arena. This passive decreases the damage all allies receive from critical hits by 30%. Of course, if you're bringing a nuker in arena, you're gonna bring that nuker with 100% crit rate, and they will most likely crit. But Ursuga, Warcaller here, will receive that damage instead from critical hits by decreasing that by 30%. And whenever she gets her turn, she will place allied protection and strengthen allied protection on everyone. It's strengthened on herself on a 3-turn cooldown. Both of those buffs are on 3 turns, so that's kind of permanent. And an AoE, either decrease crit damage or and decrease attack if the attack is higher. If the enemy's attack is higher than their defense, and the opposite, if their defense is higher than their attack, then she will place decreased speed and decreased defense, which is very nice to have that option. Yeah, really cool champion. And she has this block active skill on her A1. Again, Void legendary, very difficult to get. We have 2 Void epics, 2 Void Legos for this ×10 event. There, most of them are cool. Like for example, well, we do have a few that are not really that excellent, like Sir Artimage right here. Not really a high-end champion, but the others, pretty decent. All right, and lastly, we also have a guaranteed champion event for Sacred Shards. Now, I know if you're like me, we don't really have a lot of Sacred Shards because we just had a ×2 Sacred Shard weekend. To get the guaranteed champion, you will need 15 Sacred Shards. I usually get that number after 6 weeks, which is the time or the cycle whenever we get these ×2 events. So yes, I won't get 15 Sacred Shards anytime soon. But yes, if you're curious about that champion is Kyoku, and I'm lucky to have her. I did pull her really good for my tag arena team, my 3v3 tag arena team. She is the legendary version of Seeker because of this passive. Every time this champion is hit with a crit, heals all allies by 15% of their max HP, then places increased defense on everyone. So yeah, kind of like a Seeker. I believe Seeker's passive only heals himself, but this her passive heals everyone on top of placing increased defense. And then if she finally gets her turn, places allied protection and then places block damage on herself, then grants herself an extra turn and places decreased accuracy on everyone. If for some reason you already placed decreased attack, if for some reason you've already placed decreased attack on the enemy using some other champion, she will instead place HP burn if she did not place that decreased attack. So either way, you do get value from this skill. Very cool. A3, she will immediately do her A3 and then follow it up with her A2 within the same, 1 turn after the other. will make sure that you're alive with this ally protection and will further improve your chances of living with this decreased attack. Also has a nice aura, increases ally defense in all battles by 30%, and becomes her A1 becomes a triple hitter if the target is under 3 or more debuffs and a chance to place weaken. So yeah, I do have her in my tag arena team. She's excellent. And she also looks really, really cool. Really looks like a proper defensive legendary for the Shadowkin. But yeah, 15 Sacreds. I'm lucky to have her. If you do want her, she is excellent. But do you have 15 Sacreds? And of course, in this game, I'm not a spender, but from what I've heard, sacred shards are some of the worst investments, or their price very high, so it's not really worth buying. But yeah, if you really want that cool champion, then yeah, 15 sacred. So yeah, that's the shard event, and of course, right after that, we have clan versus clan tournament with personal rewards. Personally, yes, I will try to get that 400,000 to get that last milestone. Even as a free-to-play player, it will be difficult though. This is the first time that we're getting back-to-back clan versus clan with personal rewards. So let's see. Good luck to me. Good luck to you. Let's do our best. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this useful. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.